And through your whole career, you have been in many significant roles and have gone through many transformations. And give an example of what was one transformative moment, what you went through, and how your decision-making process really worked in there, and what was the outcome.
Well, thank you for the question. I have a theory that I don't think I ever arrive, so I'm always transforming. I think all of us are. Leaders in whatever level you're in, I think my big message is never arrive. You have to continue to transform your leadership competencies, your skill sets, et cetera, to be relevant in what we consider a complex, evolving world that we're leading in. But I can remember, and I would mention this one as probably the most transformative in my career. It was young, and to roll back and do your crystal ball and shake the crystal ball and say, what was I told and what would I do differently, or was that a transformative moment? I would tell you it was. I was 28 years old and I worked for a brilliant leader. I happened to be working in the pharmaceutical industry, again, healthcare, but for Merck and Company. I'm a native of Philadelphia, so I was in the Philadelphia area. And I had this brilliant leader that saw huge potential in me. We invest in our potential of the future, and he saw that in me. So I was very blessed. As he said to me, Jeannette, I was in a functional technical role, and he saw my appetite as a lifelong learner. And he said to me, no matter what your career aspirations are, whether you want to go up the ladder in one function, across, etc., one of the most valuable things I would tell myself, and he was in his mid 50s, is if I just had more enterprise skill sets, the complex decision making that we're doing now, and even back then, it was in the 90s, is we're responsible for very complex businesses. And so the more enterprise skill sets you gain, both breadth and depth, the better leader you become because you're able to navigate complex situations. If you think about my role as a CEO, I have the oversight of the entire business, everything from ideation to supply chain, manufacturing, technical, clinical, regulatory, commercial. And so that was probably one of the best career advices I was given at the age of 28. And I leaned into it. Well, I've had the pleasure of having multiple roles across the organization. I think I'm a more effective leader now because of that enterprise skill set. And in fact, I would tell you I'm newer to GE Healthcare. It's one of the things that Pete and team really leaned in and said, this is the leader we need. We need enterprise leaders to run these complex businesses. So I thank the person that groomed me, mentored me, because it's probably been the most valuable advice I was given.